We kept on growing both organically and inorganically. We started acquisitions along the way, and now here we are. So, a couple of years back, when we maxed out in our home country of Pakistan, so we right now have 70% of SAP market share in Pakistan. In the history of Pakistan or the history of any country, nobody has held this much market share.
Welcome back to the podcast. Today I'm joined by Mohammed, the Director of International Business at TMC, the number one SAP partner in Pakistan for 6 consecutive years and a growing force across the MENA region and the United States. At RevGenAI, we build AI automated outbound and thought leadership podcast systems for B2B founders. And this show is where we're spotlighting growth minded leaders who are driving innovation in their industries. Today, we'll explore how Mohammed and his team are creating impact, scaling growth, and shaping the future of enterprise technology consulting. Mohammed, it's great to have you.
Likewise, Mayor.
Perfect. So, can you share a little bit about your background with TMC and really what you guys focus on as the number one SAP partner?
Yeah. So it's an interesting story. So we have had humble beginnings. So we started as a company named called Telemarks Consulting back in 2011. It started with just a couple of people, the founder and just one more person going with that, right? And after that, and in the initial phases, we focused more on analytics, more focused on SAP and a product called Click. And then after that, we started growing steadily. We expanded to Middle East. We established ourselves there. We became SAP partners in 2016. We kept on growing both organically and inorganically. We started acquisitions along the way, and now here we are. So, a couple of years back, when we maxed out in our home country of Pakistan, so we right now have 70% of SAP market share in Pakistan. In the history of Pakistan or the history of any country, nobody has held this much market share. So SAP both loves us and hates us, but that's they have to live with us, I guess. As part of our growth strategy, we expanded our operations. We had a two-pronged strategy, right? So one is that we had to diversify a line of businesses so that we can serve our home country, Pakistan, more and more. And the other was that we expand territorially and take all the services that we offer in different regions and different countries. So that's how we are and what we do.
Hmm. You mentioned, that you have international operations and that this is exactly the thing that you oversee. So, how do you manage to operate in so many countries, and what's the hardest part about scaling tech consulting business across such different markets that you guys are in?
Right. So I'll answer it in two parts. One is how you expand or scale a consulting business, and how do you take it, places, other territories, right? So remember, consulting business is all about people, and finding the right people who can work with you is the key to success and growth. So I believe that we have unlocked that recipe, you can say, that whoever we find who can actually scale with us, the right set of people with the right set of mindset and commitment, we keep them close, we reward them, we bring them in our ESOPs pool. So they are with us for the rest of their lives, per se, right? So that's our strategy on people. We value our people because that's the business we are in. We are in the business of selling man hours and man days. And if we find the right people, we tend to keep them with us. So that's one part of it. Now, territorially, the most important part is to understand the culture of that specific territory that we are expanding in, right? And that's where the localization comes in. We can't really treat, for example, UAE as America or America as UK, right? So there's always some specific elements in each territory that we have to accept. And that's while we recognize it, that's what helps us scale in that particular territory.
Mm. Yeah, I think that that's a great insight. I think a lot of times now with technology, it's easy to fixate on the newest trend, but it comes down to people at the end of the day. I see things the same way. I see our business as fundamentally connecting people, and so having that strong culture, I know that's what actually creates that multiplying effect of a good business when you have the right talent. Um,
As-
I'm curious. I'm curious about how you actually deliver results. And I read that you have, a proprietary AI adoption framework called AI Now. What problem does it really solve that generic AI implementations don't? And like, how do you actually measure results in terms of the effectiveness of it for your clients?
Right. It's a very interesting question. Our journey has been, or our background has been ERP, right? And ERP is nothing but a bunch of business processes, right? The
Mm.
biggest application of AI is not those flashy things that you see out there, right? It's about what value can it add in the actual business process that is running. So, and that's what so the mantra behind AI now is not to sell just AI. It is to optimize and become more productive in whatever we do using the AI approach. So we don't sell AI directly. We use AI to enable ourselves and our customers to do whatever they do better. So that's the idea.
Yeah, I agree completely. At first, when we started our agency, we understood that again, it goes beyond the current tools. We are AI forward. Everything we do right now is leveraging AI so that we can get repeatable, scalable solutions and deliver better insights and data to our clients. But it again, it comes down to what are the actual outcomes that drive business value and how are we actually helping the people in the businesses that we serve, improve their output, improve their quality of their work. I'm curious about looking at a different area of TMC. It's very interesting the model that you have. Um, what do you see as working best for you right now in terms of client acquisition and marketing as a whole, given your focus on enterprise and large cap companies?
So I mean, the recipe is really simple. I was talking to somebody just a few days back, somebody who visited from US and had breadth of experience across SAP, AWS, NTT, all those big names out there. And he asked me the same question. I told him it's all about responsiveness. It's all about giving that comfort that we are there and you can depend on us. It's all about that. So customer service is the key. Be it a big customer or a small, they should be able to believe that they can trust you, they can depend on you. And that's how the relationship scale and the business can follow after. You don't have to speak about business on day one. You just need to speak about that you are there, you can help them. Once you are just there, be persistent, the business will come. That's the secret recipe, which is not so much secret really.
Again, it comes down to the basics sometimes, and being able to be relied on is true. Um, Specifically in like your go to market approach, how do you attract new clients, and just like what do you see works best in that area of your business?
So, first of all, we do our research. So we don't just, knock on the door and say, okay, tell me what we can do. We have already researched about our clients. We have researched about what they are doing at the moment, about the industry and how that industry is evolving. Since we have like customers across all industries, we can actually give them comparisons of what other companies are doing, of course without naming them, uh, to be better, to be more productive, to be more competitive. That is something that customers relate to, and then they start listening, and then that conversation starts going. Since we are again doing that customer service regularly, that helps us not just get into the door and also start doing business. So again, the customer service is the key, and with coupled with the right research.
Hmm. Yeah. Again, I like the approach. It's all about being relevant. It's the same area of focus that we have. Is like how can we create so much knowledge that every single message that we send out feels personable, researched, relevant to each and every prospect that we're speaking to, so that they feel seen. Because at the end of the day, somebody needs to feel like you understand their exact goals and their challenges, so that you can actually be the one to serve them. Um, I like to ask this question a lot because it gets creative answers. If you could wave a magic wand and immediately improve one aspect in TMC to improve your growth, what area would you tackle first with this magic
I
wand?
mean, it's all about people. For us, it's all about people, right? Generally, the world is all about bell curves. There are 10% good people, there are 10% not so good people, everybody falls in between, right? So our focus is to make good into greats, because the greats deliver value and our customers see that value. Eventually, that translates into more business and growth. So we tend to focus on people more and more. That's what we do. And it's not about the bottom line, it's not about the top line, it's all about people. That's the mantra that we follow across all the partners in teams.
Yeah. Um, Again, I like how when you really think about what actually matters most, it's easy to understand like what you need to do, no matter the shifts in trends, AI, not AI. Like this is how we also look at things internally: is what is the fundamental truths that we are building our business on, and having a good culture, having good people makes everything else work better afterwards. It's the input that leads to the solution to all the other challenges that you face. So I like that answer a lot. Um, I'm really grateful for these insights, Muhammad. For anyone who is listening and would like to reach out and learn more about you or TMC and get in contact with you, where's the easiest place for them to reach out and find you?
So we are all on all social media platforms. You can just look up TMC America. Different territories have different handles and websites, but they can look up my name, reach out to me personally, and I'll get them connected to the right folks in the organization to help them with whatever we can and to add value.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Muhammad.
All right. Thank you so much, Mayor. Pleasure
Perfect.
speaking.